Welcome back, everybody, to yet another live session. I'm gonna fix my hair. Not feeling the hair. How you guys doing out there? How y'all feeling? You know the drill. Ask your boy anything, and I shall deliver. Sorry about that. It is raining again in Mexico City. May 26th, rain season has officially begun. And if you're trying to do your stuff, you got to do it in the day because it's not even 3 p.m. yet and it's already raining. So that should tell you everything you need to know. I'm curious to find out and to see who I might come across at this late time, but still relatively early time in Europe. What's up, Cole? Been a minute. How you doing, buddy? What's going on? How's life? Just enjoyed the day off as it's a bank holiday. Yeah, man, tell me about it. Yes, I'm still in Mexico City, Aussie. Um, Mexico City is currently absolutely swamped with American people. It's pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people from the States make their way down to Mexico City for Memorial Day weekend, and yeah, so they have. What you guys got going on this Monday? I just decided that I'm gonna be aiming to take up daily yoga again. Like I've always kept yoga up at least twice a week, but now I'm uh, I'm basically in week 3 or week 2 of my cut, and I want to do more. So I want to do yoga in the morning and then lift weights in the afternoon. I'm finding that's what works best for my body. Um, yeah, there's just something about lifting weights in the afternoon when you've already had a few meals. You're just a lot stronger. It's really interesting. I just always like to get it in the morning, though. I bet I can stump you. What does that mean? All right, guys. Any questions you have? Let's get it going. Thought of joining a gym, but I'll continue to use body weight and use trees for pull-ups. Yeah, it depends on your goals. I would say that, um, nah, Jake, I bet you can't. Go ahead, try me. There's no way I'm not gonna know the answer. Yeah, Cole, like pull-ups and leg raises and stuff like that is good. I would say a gym does help you develop further. Like you can't hit everything with just calisthenics, in my opinion. My potato got in real early, so let's get it going. Yeah, bro, but that's not a question. That's a math. That's a that's a math test. That's easy, man. Come on. Like that's like asking me like, what's the distance from Saturn to Jupiter? Like, er, how are you doing? Are you good? Hope so. Much love. Anything happening on a dating front? I know it's a joke, man. I'm just fucking with you too, Jake. At least you're asking me questions. All right, so let me answer these. How am I? I'm good. I'm good. I'm stable. Like I'm always stable, guys. Like that cannot be overstated. I know how to like. I feel like I'm good at recognizing the highs and lows of life. I know when to like pedal real hard, and I know when to like float. And right now I'm floating. What does that mean? So basically, I'll be going to Belgium in 5 weeks to get surgery, and it's just like until I get that surgery, it's gonna be hard for me to mentally, mm, you know, really focus on anything else but making it to that point in one piece, if that makes sense. That's why I'm also doing the cut. I try to always recognize what the situation offers. That may sound vague. I try to read what life is offering me in terms of what would it be a good time for right now. Does that make sense? And so right now, I just got out of this relationship, this thing with this girl. Needless to say, it leaves you with a bit of like emotionally, I'm a bit tired. So I'm not really looking to date someone right now or getting to know someone. Also, because I'll be going to Belgium in a month. So it doesn't make sense to get to know somebody now and then to like not be able to see them for 2 months. Combined with the fact that um, I'm waiting on my surgery, I just identified, and then I'll be staying with my parents for 2 months and eating my mom's food. If you take all of that data and you pour it into like a mold, if you will, if you would feed that data to a computer, but only in this case the computer is my me, and you would ask the computer like, what is the best idea to do right now? That's why I'm doing a couple of things, and it's nothing crazy, it's nothing revolutionary here, but one, I'm doing my cut. You never know when you'll have the opportunity to do a cut, to do a hard diet. Also, guys, when you're dating someone or when you just met someone, it's not a good time to do a cut. But right now, I have 6 weeks, 5 more weeks until departure. So it's a really good time to focus on dieting down, getting absolutely shredded. And then I can slowly grow again with my mom's food. Because my mom's home cooking is delicious. I don't want to deprive myself of food when I have access to my mom's food, right? All of this stuff I think about. Like, I'll be up at night thinking about this stuff, trying to figure out what is the most logical solution. That's why I also think I'm good at giving people advice. Because every opportunity, every situation creates an opportunity. And so this situation is creating the opportunity to focus on my body, focus on getting absolutely ripped, and then I'll go to 5 weeks when I'm at my leanest. You can only sustain that for so long. Like you can only get that lean. Then I go to my mom's place, my parents' place. I'll eat my mom's food. I'll gain again. I can bulk up a little bit. Another thing is I want to start doing daily yoga because I have the time and the opportunity for it. I also bought this book, this one. Just reading. Reading is also something you have to apply yourself to. So now I have the time and the opportunity. So that's kind of how I'm always looking at it, and I'm always looking at life like that. Basically, that's also why I'm in Mexico City right now, because I understand the opportunity. I understand the fact that I'm in my later 30s, and I'm nearing a point where I'm just gonna be too old to be living this super young lifestyle, living with 7 roommates, living in co-living. Like I try to be rational and follow, the signs. Not even the signs. I just analyze my circumstances and then come up with the best thing to do. So I'm good. I'm good. Am I at my happiest? No. Am I at my most productive? No. In a sense, yes, because I'm doing a lot of YouTube. I'm reading, and I'm getting in peak shape. So what's happening on the dating front? Bro, I'm not talking to a single girl. I swear to God. I'm not talking to a single girl. And even like normally I like to approach girls in this. I have chatted up a few girls in the gym lately. I have done that. Um, I just like to sharpen the sword every now and then. Just cold approaching women. It's just fun. It is fun. In a nice way, guys, not in a creepy way. Hey, fellow wounded Viking, I have facial disfigurement. I've always struggled with self-esteem because of it. Do you have any advice? What is your favorite book and movie? Favorite movie? Probably The Bodyguard. Favorite book? Either Stoner. You guys know Stoner, Stoner, or I like Fools Die by Mario Puzo. Those two books are really good. I mean, any advice on your self-esteem struggles? That's like my whole video catalog, basically talking about that. I'm just gonna give you the basic stuff that I always talk about, man. Understand that even though society judges us as at face value, it's not that big of a deal because we only need to find one partner that thinks we're cute, right? So in that regard, it doesn't really matter. Like who cares? Like much like peacocks, much like the animal kingdom, we just need a pretty face to draw attention of a mate, basically. So, and luckily for us, especially as men, we have so many other ways to establish ourselves to come across attractive. Just don't make the mistake of making your scar and your facial disfigurement your whole identity, because it's only as big as you make it. It really is. I promise you that. Of course, my potato life. I'll always give you an open answer. Who are my favorite YouTubers? I love that question. Thank you, Jake. Um, who are my favorite YouTubers? I guess I watch a lot of Bill Simmons. He's an NBA podcaster. Bill Simmons. I'll still watch David Late. It's just like David Late is still someone that I find entertaining. I like Kenny Strength and Power. No, Nick Strength and Power. Nick Strength and Power. I've been watching. I love Mike O'Hearn YouTube content. So yeah, a lot of gin stuff, guys. Oh, okay. I'll give you one that I like. That's more like relevant to my channel. I love Dry Creek Wrangler School, the cowboy philosopher. Um, I'm not into all that super Christian stuff that he's been on recently, and I do feel like he's a little bit conservative in some ways, but he's such a vibe. He's such a vibe. And then there's like a Dutch rapper called Hef, Hef, and he has a podcast called Rookworst, which literally would translate as smoke sausage. And it's like a Dutch rapper, and he has like his buddies over, and they just smoke weed and talk shit. I like that to relax. Um, What else do I like on YouTube? I've been getting into some of Jay Cutler's podcast episodes, but then I saw him saying that Danny Lynn Daly was natural, and he was like that ass serious. I'm like, Jay, damn, hate that. I don't know why he would say that. It's so silly. Um, I like Jeff Teague's podcast. He's an ex NBA player. Um, I like the School of Life. They have great philosophy videos. I'll revisit them time and time again. School of Life is good. Um, I used to watch Fantano, the music critic, but I kind of hate him, so I stopped. Um, I just ordered Stoner from the library. Are you serious? All right, context. Somebody asked me which book I recommended, and so like which is my favorite book. And one of the two favorite books that I mentioned was the book called Stoner. And so this guy, Michael, was saying that he just ordered that book. Bro, that book is so good. It's such a vibe. It's so melancholic and sad and emo. How I like my books. That's I was hope. I feel like this book is in that. It's kind of like that. This is a Western novel. I like heavy, nostalgic, like emo stuff. Are you afraid of aging, bro? The more I age, the more my good habits will show, and the more like my work will pay off. So already at 37, I look so much younger and healthier and better than most of my peers and counterparts. So the older I get, it's only going to get better. I feel like I'm a slow grower. I'm like you know, I'm the type of man that for me, life only gradually gets better with age. Like I can't wait to be in my 40s. My 20s sucked, and my 20s sucked regardless of cancer. I was an insecure little boy, even though I was a big dude. I just never had it. I didn't like myself. I didn't know who I was. My Between 30 and 35, I really took a big step in self development, and for me, getting older is bonus, honestly. What is my favorite song? Man, I have so many. Depends on the moment. I like Leonard Cohen, Treaty. That's one that I really like. Treaty by Leonard Cohen. But there's so many, man. I listen to a lot of hip hop and rap. What is a band you enjoy to listen to? Um, I really like Nick Cave. Nick Cave and the Dirty Seats. Um, I like Waiting on You by Nick Cave. I like Dried Horses. Not like love Dried Horses. Um, no, it's not the dirty seats. It's the bad seats. Um, Guys, by the way, if you appreciate the channel, you can always hit up the dollar sign below the chat box. Make a donation. Would be greatly appreciated. I like Bon Jovi. I like Always. I like Bed of Roses. I don't want to name all the hip hop songs that I like because I listen to a lot of hip hop. But yeah, that stuff. I love Metallica, Ride the Lightning, Fade to Black. I love Iron Maiden. Wasted Love by Iron Maiden. That's a sleeper. Love that one. I am familiar with Regular School. Yeah, he's cool. Mariams. Oh, it's my roommate. My favorite YouTuber is you, bro. The only live chat that I watch. Sending you hugs from Lisbon. Guys, fun fact. So Mariam, right there. Well, I call her Zoe. Um, she's this was her room. So like that painting and stuff and the plant and like all this stuff is all hers, and she was kind enough to let me basically have a lot of her stuff when she left. And she was someone living in the house that I'm still living in. She was like the heart and soul. We used to joke she's like the mom of the house, and I was the dad. So I'm doing without my counterpart right now. We miss her every day, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm really happy to have received this upgrade in this room. So big shout out, Marion. Oh, I don't even know why I say Marion. Zoe. because I'm reading it. How does it feel to work in a corporate job? Man, my job is so chill. I wouldn't even label it a corporate job. It's like I love it. I love it. I love playing the corporate game. I love it. I love my job. It's not stressful at all. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, Michael, thank you so much, man. Whoa, those are Norwegian kroners. I don't know how much that is, but I bet it's a lot because the Norwegian currency is strong. But regardless of how much it is, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, man. Where in Norway are you from? As if I know all these places. If you ever travel more north in the world, give me a shout out and I can make a bed for you. I appreciate that. Bro, don't tell me if you don't mean it. I've been known to take people up on their offers, especially if it's in Norway. Big Big Benzo saves some baddies for the rest of us. Sheesh. Ain't no baddies right now, man. No baddies. I am rock bottom. No motion, dead in the ocean. No baddies. Try listening to Paul McCartney. Maybe I'm amazed. I will. Zoe, do you have a specific song to motivate yourself when you work out, like the song for motivation? I do. I do. I have a couple. I have. Let me see. I have but like, I the songs that like really motivate me are not like the. I listen to very like. Okay, so there's a few songs. Um, I really like this song. It's called "We Don't Trust You." We don't trust you. Oh, by the way, I have this actual LP right here. Still in mint condition, still in the wrapper. So this is that album. So the intro track to this song, really, really like. It's raining like crazy here. Um, I love that song. We Don't Trust You. I like. There's so many. Oh, Chris Brown Residuals. Love Residuals. Who's getting all my love? Who's getting all my love? um, man, I like Riri by Young Thug a lot. Man, I appreciate you, dog. Thank you, 6R6B6. I appreciate you, man. I can't turn on Maybe I'm Amazed because then I get copyright strike. I like I love Down Below by Roddy Rich. Down Below. That's a good one. I've been listening to this classic a lot recently. I want to know what love is. I want to know what love is. I've been listening to a lot of Spanish music, Mexican music, so I like this one. La nave del olvido, Jose Jose. Classic Mexican. And then I would say, oh, I've been really liking Yeet. I'm heavy on Yeet lately. So him, None, I Change, Yeet. Those are a couple. Of course I will, 6R. I'm gonna check out that song later. But yeah, it depends on how I feel, man. It depends on my emotions in the gym. Michael, let me answer your question though. Hey, once again, big shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for the donation. Um, how to let go of youth? I mean, you don't actively have to do anything. like that's taking care of itself. And I just I kind of hate nostalgia, and I try to focus on the opposite. Instead of, for me, nostalgia is a direct byproduct of people not realizing when they are in their prime. And so, for example, my roommate Zoe, she knows. I say this a lot in the house to my roommates, like, cause we have like we always have some drama going on in the house. There's always something happening, and I always tell them, I'm like, I guarantee you guys, when we talk in 10 years, when you guys are late 30s and I'm like late 40s, and we're all settled down and doing mundane things, I promise you, we're gonna look back on this and be like, "Can you believe the fun we had in that house? Like, can you? You're another him, you're another her. Like, I'm very big on recognizing the moment. I'm very big on recognizing when is the prime. Also, physically, what physically. Um, like I'm very big on realizing what like I know I'm in the best shape of my life right now, and I know that realistically it's not gonna get much better. So I'm enjoying it every time because I know it's about to end. So I don't for me it's not about letting go of youth, it's about understanding how good it is when you have it. You guys ever notice when you go on vacation with like a group of people, the third day is always the day that fights break out. Like it's the hardest day. The third day, like it's Thursday, everybody best behavior, it's all new. Second day, still fresh off, still adrenaline. Third day, all that is gone. It's not new anymore. People are tired, and that's when people are like, ah, fuck off, I'm tired of this shit. And then usually conflict arises in groups on day three. And then, like, have you noticed that when the end is near, all of a sudden everybody's in a good mood again because they know it's about to be over? That's a real thing. Pay attention to that. Like, and I always try to like create urgency and create finality in life. Like Mexico, me living in Mexico City, I try to think often about this is probably going to be over soon. Like before I know it, I'll be back to living in my parents' house in Belgium. And so that allows me to enjoy Mexico City more because it's very finite in my head. It's like it's almost over. So I try to like that's what I try to do. So for me, it's the same with youth. I don't let I don't have to let go of youth. I thoroughly believe that today is the best day. Not like specifically today, but like right now is the best my life has ever been, and I believe that. So that's what I would say to that. What's up, Sonia? How you doing? In the lower part of Norway, so less snow and more sea. That sounds awesome, man. What's it like living in Norway, man? You know, I followed the Norway living in Norway subreddit for like 3 years. I feel like a lot of people have this fantasy of moving to Scandinavia. A lot of Americans too. And then I followed that subreddit because I was interested in like reading about people who made that move. And the general consensus was that most people hated it. Most people found it impossible to integrate socially and culturally. The Nords are very closed off, and then also just the 9.5 month winter. All I know about Norway is all the black metal guys were in Bergen. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. You guys hear that thunder? It's Odin. Yeah. I was kind of hoping, like, I was gonna. I still had to do some cardio today. I hope it doesn't rain the whole rest of the day. To be honest with you. All right, guys, we're about 32 minutes in. Any more questions? The time would be now. Jürgen Lillejord. Jürgen Lillejord. Have you watched Stranger Things? No, I haven't. I haven't even watched White Lotus, man. And the only thing I want to watch is Andor. I'm not actually. I'm seriously considering getting the Disney Plus package just to watch Andor. As you guys know, I'm a big Star Wars fan. See you, 6R. Appreciate the donation, buddy. Jürgen Lillejord, how you doing, buddy? Whereabouts in Norway are you from? By the way, guys, if you want to support the channel, please hit the thumb, first of all. And if you have $1 to spare, you can always make a donation to the channel and support your boy, Teddy. I've noticed where I live in England, a lot of the young guys look very 80s, and I'm wondering if that's because of these TV shows set in the 80s. I think it's just fashion coming back around, man. I think that's what it is. I feel like that's the main, like, you know what I mean? Fashion just always does a 180, like a 360. It always comes back. Happy you're good, man. Happy you're right. All right, guys. I want to say before I go, I'm still taking on new clients for my coaching. So if you're interested in that, home gym physique, no live gym workout streams. Um, yeah, man, I don't have the gym here. I don't have the gym. So, would you guys like more gym content once more? Would you like me to make like an actual long length video of me working out? Let me know. No, I'm not a Karate Kid guy. No, no, I'm team Jurassic Park, Dragon Ball Z, Star Wars. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Those were my interests. Damn, this rain is crazy. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will leave this video up for people to enjoy in retrospect. Appreciate you guys, and I'll be back real soon. Peace out.